All right, y'all, it's your boy Zxous, and in today's video, I want to, kind of just have a regular chill video, still kind of have like just, unique general showcases and stuff like that when I'm doing my videos and stuff like that. So today we are tapping into, obviously, quite the combination. We've done this combination before, but I want to do more of like a dedicated video on it. We are on Rebuke's account because I don't have overload gear for this character, and I could give her overload gear, but I did not. Like I don't have the materials and stuff like that. If you're wondering what happened here, I got a blood test, blood whatever thing is. But yeah, we are looking at Milk and Red Hood. These two characters are actually quite identical. If you're wondering where my shirt is, that's a good question. Let me put this on. But like I was saying, right, these two characters right here are quite identical in the sense of burst 3, right? I feel like if you wanted another burst 3 type of character, Milk, and like if you want like a piercing character or like another burst 3 like Red Hood, right? Milk is the closest thing to that, right? I'm sorry, can I put on my shirt, please? Anyways, like I was saying, when it comes to this Milk character, literally I think this Milk character is the closest thing you would get to another type of Red Hood if we're talking about solely burst 3, right? I don't think Red Hood is that great of a burst 3 character anymore, just because we're in a new age with like, a lot of other characters who just hit harder than her. But one thing that Red Hood has that will always make her so good is the continuous pierce from the start of the battle. That is her biggest thing, and I feel like if she didn't have that continuous pierce, she wouldn't be as relevant as she is today. It's the same thing with Alice, right? The only reason why Alice from 2022 still relevant is because of her pierce. It's not because of anything else, right? So if you guys take a look at Milk, Milk also has pierce. I don't know if she has a continuous though. She does, in a sense. Well, she gets the pierce effect for 6 seconds when she performs a full charge. So you're gonna perform a full charge again within 6 seconds. You're gonna have that continuously, right? And then when you're in this embarrassment status, which I believe it says activate when not in embarrassment status and full charge lasts for 0.5 seconds or more, then she will give herself the embarrassment status, basically, right? So once you do a full charge, right, she was gonna have the pierce damage increase, damage down increase, all that stuff. She's gonna give herself a pierce damage buff on her burst skill, an insane attack buff on her burst skill, and again, she does have the pierce effect permanently. So I want to go into multiple content, different team comps, and different like stuff you can do with these two as our main burst 3s and see what that's looking like. So let's get into that. So we're on Rebuke's account. Like I said, this is a mock battle, but we are going to go against the Queen and stuff since that's currently out. This is the team we have going on. We have Little Mermaid just because we do need a wind type, and then we have obviously Helm for heals, and then obviously Grave. Grave is a really good pierce character, right? She's a really good pierce character, so we're gonna try this out and stuff like that. I do think when we're talking about just straight damage, I mean, I expect Red Hood to hit harder than Milk here just because Red Hood is way more invested than Milk here, but like obviously, these characters are something, so we can get hit here. I don't mind. I don't think we're actually gonna die at all if we get hit here. We'll take damage on the first hit, but then we'll cover for the second hit, right? I'll let her do that. So there's the first hit she just did on her actual HP, and then we will cover and let her attack our thing. There we go. Now we should be fine, right? But yeah, like I said, this boss right here is something. Nothing too crazy, nothing too difficult. This right here is gonna be fine. Going for Helm. I don't know if that's gonna kill Helm. I want to see. I hope this doesn't kill Helm. It is like the first phase realistically, so let's see. Okay, it almost killed Helm. It almost killed Helm. I didn't think that would, but it almost did, right? But you guys see, right? When it comes to Milk and Red Hood, they're gonna do damage. Obviously, Little Mermaid is gonna hit the hardest. She's type advantage, the only one type advantage here. And she has elemental damage and stuff like that. But again, I think like Red Hood and Milk, very good characters. I feel like I wouldn't actually use, don't die Helm. I'm gonna actually use her burst skill, I think. I'm gonna use her burst skill for security reasons. Yeah, I'm gonna use her burst skill for security reasons. I did not think she would do that much on the first phase still, but Milk lost the burst skill there, but it doesn't matter. Her damage is still, okay, well, we need Milk to burst because her damage is not the greatest right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. Her damage is not the greatest right now. We're gonna need her to burst, which she's gonna have to wait now because Reddit is just laughing her, but that's just because thing. Oh my, can we cover here? Oh, did we get hit there? I didn't even see that. I was just talking. Okay, here we go. This is where thing pops off. obviously. And there we go. Right? Again, we're gonna probably need heals, aren't we? I have to heal again. Milk is just getting shafted here. I'm not gonna lie. We're not using Milk's burst skill because I had to heal there, and I was talking, so I missed that part right there with the circles or whatever. Let me put my cursor here and get rid of these. These are not something I have to worry about. We could go ahead and cover that. That's no problem. Yeah, that's not really a problem. Here we go. Red Hood's turn. And now we're gonna go from Red Hood back to Milk, and I think once we use Milk's burst skill, I want to actually see what Milk's burst skill is gonna be, like her damage is gonna be, because obviously we have not used her burst skill like that. So we're at 89 million. Milk is using her burst skill now, as you guys can see. Right, she's just using her burst skill. This is that close-up thing. Don't go for Helm, please. Who are you going for? Okay, Grave, that's fine. We could cover here. We could cover here. That's perfectly fine. What is Milk at now? 135 million. I mean, we lost a lot of damage just not using her burst skill. We used Helm's burst skill twice, right? But she is getting buffed big time, right? Does she have embarrassment out of curiosity? Oh, she does. Right? Yeah, she no, she has the pierce effect, but she doesn't have actual embarrassment. Let's see. How did she get it again? She gets the embarrassment status. How did she get that again? I forgot. Activates when not in embarrassment status. She's not in that right now. And when full charge lasts for more than 5 seconds, right? So we don't have that right now, do we? But in order for us to get it, we kind of have to manually use her one time. So I'm going to have to hold this, which there, as you guys see, that's longer than thing. Okay, nobody died there, thank God. But she should have the embarrassment status now. I don't see it at all. So did we do this the whole time without embarrassment? Because that would be pretty decent, I feel like. I mean, it's not anything too crazy, but at the same time, it's not like, you know, too bad. Her damage, at least, it's not too bad if she didn't have the embarrassment. Because remember, with embarrassment, we are getting all this stuff, right? More damage, an attack buff for 40 seconds. Like, this is what we're getting. Right, so I'm pretty sure when it comes to Milk, you have to use it the first time, and then after that, it will just automatically do it. I don't know why, but it's like that for some weird reason. Can we break these, please? There we go. 2 billion though. I'm surprised this team did that good. I mean, still, I'm genuinely surprised this team did that good. Sorry if I'm extending my arms because this thing is hurting me. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, Red still did a lot of damage. But Milk is supposed to hit like that hard too. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Let's fight another boss. Let's go into like simulation room and try this out. I gotta flip back the team. I don't remember what it was. Damn it. Wow, this whole time Milk didn't have a Q button. Now that's something, ain't it? I'll give it to me random and put it back. But yeah, we're gonna go into this fight where everybody's typing at each other. We have Summer Helm for damage taken increase. We have Crown on the team for crown buffing, and we have Lyra on the team just because she's the Iron Burst one that does give an attack. I did not need to bring her. I would have been better off bringing Rappy. But from what I understand, right, to get embarrassment, we have to hold this. Yeah, there we go. Now we have the embarrassment status, right? That's how you do. You just have to hold it for a bit longer than a second, or like than half a second, right? And then when you do that, you get the embarrassment status, and then she gets all these insane effects, right? She gets a lot of effects from that, right? Well, what? Okay, but I don't see the embarrassment status for her though. Oh, I do. It's this right here. Okay, there we go. So now I want you guys to look at Red Hood and Milk's damage. Like now that Milk does have the embarrassment status up, right? Now that she has it up, I look at her now. Like she's hitting 13 million, 13.5 million, 13.5 million, and she's doing that casually. By the way, like even here, 11 million with no buffs is quite crazy. There's Milk. Okay. Again, really good character. And then we're going to see her pop the hell off. 39 million, 39 million, 39 million, 30 million, 35 million. I'm telling you, bro, I'm telling you, Red Hood has 140,000 more power than this bunny Milk. Like, get that through y'all heads, bro. And then here, I believe we have to do this again. There we go, we popped it. So after her burst skill, I would say hold it. After a burst skill, you just want to hold it, right? For longer than a second. That's like the only manual play with her. But yeah, she's a really strong character. I'm telling you. That Milk character is no joke. She's a really strong character. I don't know how useful I would say she is in well, we could test it out in other content and stuff like that. But like, don't sleep on Milk, please. Don't sleep on Milk. I do want to go back against the Queen. And like, you know, actually use her the right way, because we didn't get her embarrassment off the entire time. And I want to see what she's gonna do in stages where she's not a type advantage, where she does have her pierce buffer. We could try her out with Bunny Aid. Bunny Aid actually came out with this Milk, and they're kind of meant for each other, only because she's a piercing character, and you know, Aid is a piercing buffing character. But yeah, I would say Milk and Red Hood are literally the same type of character. Like, you know what I'm saying, 40 million on a crit she's hitting. I was saying 40 million on crits, bro. And then we just do this again, and boom. She's hitting hard, bro. She's hitting hard, I'm telling you. She's doing 40 million on a crit. Oh, right, I forgot we have so much cooldown reduction with this team. That's why I said Helm had 9, or Milk had 9 more seconds. We have Litter and Helm both have insane cooldown reduction. Right? That's the only reason why we're not gonna have to worry ever. That's why it says Red Hood's at 10 seconds, by the way. Like, what the hell? But it's fine. Boom. And we have insane burst generation with this team. So, like, you guys will see right here. And then boom, I popped that off. Well, she stopped attacking, obviously. But boom, 9 seconds later. Yeah, the cooldown reduction with this team is crazy. Now, how would this team fare outside of, obviously, shooting range and stuff like that? It should be fine. Like, I think if you're using this team in Ultra, you should be very good. You should be decently fine if you know how to play Ultra right and you don't have to worry about healing and stuff like that. Me personally, I'm never going into Ultra without my healers, personally. But I do want to go against the Queen again with a different team, but like this time actually have Milk active, right? Because you guys seen what she looks like if she doesn't have the embarrassment status. I believe she doesn't have it right now, so let's get that off, which is, no, I think she had it right there actually. I'm not sure. Well, if that goes off, that means she doesn't have it, right? Because she can't have, like, she has to not be in the embarrassment status. So if she gets the embarrassment status somehow, then I guess it means she wasn't in the embarrassment status, right? But look at her damage, like 2.8 billion. Again, compared to Red Hood, it's not a lot, but we're talking about a character who's 140,000 more power. Like, I can show you guys the investments for Red Hood and Milk. It's night and day, realistically. We're talking about a core 7, attraction 40, elemental gear. This is the overload gear, by the way. Like, I'm gonna show you guys fully leveled up. This is what it is for Red Hood. 10 10 10, that's the cube. We go to Milk, 777. This is the overload gear right here. It's not too bad, right? It has elemental damage on everything. That's the cube. Attraction level 30, duped up thing. But if you look at the attack here, 296,000, 346,000. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a huge difference in attacking power right there. But yeah, I do want to go back to the Queen and just try it with a little different team real quick, and we're gonna see how that looks, right? I'm gonna use her with Aid, because again, Aid is the character that came out with her, right? Aid is indeed the character that came out with her. And I feel like Aid was meant to be with her. I feel bad though, because I don't remember. I'm gonna have to like watch this video back and set the team back up, because I don't remember what it was, right? But you could use Aid, right? Bunny Aid, right? She has a lot of piercing mechanics, like basically for free, realistically, right? She has a lot of piercing mechanics for free. I don't think it's as great as Graves, just because Graves doesn't, or the buffs are fairly the same. But yeah, honestly, even here, we could put Helm on the team. Nah, I think I'll probably go... Who do I want on the team here? Do I just put Helm back here? Her heals?
Okay, no problem.
I mean, we could put Nayuta, actually. Because Nayuta heals for free. Yeah, let's put Nayuta. Nayuta heals for free. And she gives a buff. And she's wind, right? So they got that's not a bad choice. Nayuta heals for free, which Crown doesn't do, and obviously healing right here could be very useful. I don't know why I said that Crown doesn't do. I'm trying to start problem. I'm messy. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's cover here. We could cover here, and then you guys will see her pop off. There's Little Mermaid, obviously. Burst skill up, and then obviously there's Bunny Aid, which her burst skill animation is really nice too. I think it's nice. And then obviously we've seen Red Hood's. Oh, I just took it. Rebuke has Red Hood skin. I mean, who doesn't now? Let me stop this. Who knows? I shouldn't be talking. The only reason why I have that skin is because somebody got it for me. Shout outs to CJ again for the Red Hood skin. right? But oh, I have to. You see how I still have it? Oh, there we go. Now I have embarrassment. I haven't done it for milk. Okay, let's get rid of this. Right? But now milk has the embarrassment status. You guys are gonna see will be good, right? And again, Nayuta is buffing her up, right? Nayuta is actually buffing this team up, right? She's giving everybody an attack buff, HP healing, and then damage down when attacking, core, whatever. Well, we're not using her burst skill, so we're actually not getting that attack damage buff, but we are getting this buff, right? Everybody's getting that for free, right? And you guys can see here's milk, bop, and then we're gonna have to I don't know if I have to hold it again. Yeah, there we go. I don't have to, but I might as well, right? That guarantees tells me we have the embarrassment status up now. And then boom, milk is gonna use her burst skill. Her AoE should get these done, right? I think. Okay, well, it's already too late. We do have our heals from, again, Nayuta. Oh my god. Yeah, we do have our heals from Nayuta, but like milk's damage is not that bad. It's not that bad at all. I don't think so, at least. I think milk is a viable character in the sense of like you can use milk. Like you could definitely use milk and Red Hood on the team and probably get fairly far. Right? I would assume so, at least. I don't see why you couldn't. Milk is not that bad of a character, yeah. I just don't see why you couldn't. Okay, we're gonna have to cover here. Nayuta's done. I should let that go for actual HP. I feel bad because she has no cover now. We should be fine regardless, but she does have no cover now. Okay, we have the thing up then. If I'm holding it for longer than a second and that heart thing doesn't happen, that means we have the embarrassment status. So you see I was just holding milk for a long time and it didn't pop off? That means we were in the embarrassment status. Like if I hold it now, it's not gonna pop because of the embarrassment status, right? That's how that works in a sense. It's a bit weird, but it's not as complex as it may seem. Let's cover. Thankfully they went for aid and not Nayuta, because that means our whole team is not gonna die now, I believe. Right, and again, still her damage is not bad. 6 million, I think that was 800k right there, right? Or 8 million, that's definitely 800k. Let's go ahead and hold this. There we go. I'm surprised that didn't, oh, okay, good lord. We didn't die. Nayuta's heals are gonna bring us back to full HP basically. And then this right here is more of just the interruption part, so we don't have to worry. And since it's like we did the interruption part, or the embarrassment thing for milk within the last 40 seconds, I believe she still has her buffs. I could check. I don't know. What is it again? 102. 102. She does not have it up right now. Okay, I'm putting it up. Does she not have it up? All right, we can't use it in her burst skill. I forgot. Here we go. Yeah, that was the one thing I forgot. You can't use it in her burst skill, right? But yeah, now we have it up, right? If we take a look, she should have 102 somewhere. There we go, for 30 seconds. And yeah, again, her damage, it's like literally just half of Red Hood's, but I still think she's pretty good. I would never say Milk's a bad character. I would never say she's a bad character. Her character, like, Milk is a bit of a wonky character in the sense of like you have to literally like time it well and go back to her and then reproc it yourself. Like that's the only thing I don't necessarily like, that you have to reproc. I gotta remember to go back and fix this here. So I'm gonna do that when this video ends. But that's the only issue I have with Milk in a sense. It's just the fact that you cannot really tell. Or it's not that you can't tell, but you have to time her embarrassment thing, like go back and stuff like that. But what do you guys think about obviously Milk and Red Hood as a duo? Probably this is not the best showcase. I mean, I think it was pretty decent. You guys got to see what I was trying to get at. But what do you guys think? Let me know down below. Are you guys a fan of Milk? Do you guys use Milk, and is your Milk invested? And do you guys think she's better than Red Hood as just a solo burst 3, or you think Red Hood is still better? I think if you're playing her optimally, if you're like, you know, you're probably gonna get like somewhat of a similar character in damage. I feel like if you build up your Milk and you're playing with her correctly, where you're getting the embarrassment at the right seconds and stuff like that, you're getting it up where you kind of have it almost all time, or up like 100% of the time, Milk will probably hit as hard as Red Hood, if not harder in a sense. But you guys let me know what you think. It's your boy Zxous. I love all you guys. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. I'm out later. Peace.